Alright guys, just arrived. Let's see what happens. Give you a live view of it.
You've been working out? Huh? I said you've been working out.
Why, you seen my gym video?
That's what I'm saying. No.
Oh. Yeah, it's fine. I didn't know. I was talking about the... Oh, okay. Let's see these there. It's like
simple people like these people. You know, seriously.
Yeah, but I'm smart.
Yeah, no. You should know who you following. You should know.
We don't follow him. We're not blind followers, all right? We take some of the good and we get rid of the bad that he says. We know that.
Okay, I ask you a simple question.
He says some stupid thing. Yes, he does.
Can I ask you a simple question? When that person who mowed down Muslims outside the mosque last year, was it last year? Last year, right? He mowed down a certain amount of people outside the mosque. Doesn't matter. Even if it's half of him, doesn't matter. I'm saying,
that guy was evil.
When they checked
now he's in prison. Justly so.
And
he's a murderer.
The last thing he watched was Tommy Robinson's video and his tweets. He saw his tweets. This is documented, and it was documented in the court. Anjum Chowdhury, the radical Muslim, he's radical, right? He radicalized many Muslims into doing stupid things, and he was rightly so put in jail. Okay, right? And we believe he deserved it. He was asking for it. Okay? Tommy Robinson has been going around the country and abroad, flying around in jets, staying in hotels. I don't know where the money's coming from for someone like that. He was very poor not very long ago. Yeah? He's spreading hate. He attended a march in Poland where 60,000 people were chanting, "Kill all Muslims." You remember that?
I never saw that.
Tommy Robinson spoke.
Well, that's wrong, mate.
Why
that's
are
wrong.
all mass murders?
Hey, that doesn't make
bigots, racist thugs?
That's wrong, person. It's
and
wrong.
they are all united on one mission. That we want to fight Islam. What has Islam done?
I don't support him.
Is the question. Islam over 1 million people, Muslims were killed in Iraq.
I don't support him, brother.
Over 1 million. If 1 million white people were killed in Europe, do you know what the reaction would be?
Freedom of speech.
It would disappear. Prayer would be over in the world. The entire might of the US Army and Germany and all that, they are manufacturing. So the point is now, one million.
It's very complicated.
Go ahead.
That's why he's getting good. I just want everybody to get along and let's make that pretty easy.
That's something they're criminals. Good people don't like criminals, so it's never going to happen. Some people don't want to get it, so they have to.
Thank you for asking that question. We need more good people like you to be more active. Okay, because evil thugs, bigots, haters, racist, violent. What are words? Yeah. All these people are very active. They're very active. Look at the comments on social media. They will come out in thousands to defend someone like Tom. Okay, it doesn't surprise me because Hitler had a lot more people defending him. Hitler had an entire army, as far as the eye could see, he had an army that big. And he was able to inflict damage on a massive scale on all kinds of humans, especially the Jewish people. 6 million Jewish, 6 million, man. 6 million, do you think it's a joke? Is that a small number? 6 million people. If you were to put 6 million people in London, you know what? There were 6 million. I don't know how would you be able to, how did that happen? Hate, intolerance, demonization of a community.
The whole world was around 100 million people. 6 million people. Let's talk about the
No, it's restricted there as well. For some reason, European governments have turned a blind eye. Yes, I agree. But they need to know that there is a law in this country that forbids hate speech. I'm not talking about forbidding or restricting free speech. There's a difference. Restricting hate speech is a must in any civilized society. Any civilized society cannot possibly allow hate speech against a religion or a race, or even against animals for that matter. No. Hate speech, no. I'll tell you why. Because hate speech leads to violence. No, it does. It does. What is hate speech? What Hitler was doing in Germany was hate speech. The Jewish people suffered because of Nazi newspapers. Their radio reporting on the Jewish people. The Nazis were increasingly dehumanizing the Jewish people like the Muslims are being dehumanized. The reason why so many thousands of people could stand yesterday in Trafalgar Square and shout, Allah is X, Allah is X, Allah is X, who the F is Allah, who the F is Allah. And thousands, not hundreds, thousands. The police is nowhere to be seen. Yeah. The police is not doing anything. Okay. If the same people, wait, I'm making a point. If the same people were saying the Jewish people are X, the Jewish people are X, who the F are the Jewish people? Yeah. All of them would be immediately arrested. I think army would come in. I think the British army would come in to neutralize these people.
No one was shouting that I heard. No one. They're not people! About Allah and all this. Maybe a few individuals. Jewish shouting back. They're half a people.
Why do you want to
Christians are half a people. They were singing that song and they were saying, I'm a Muslim, I love Muslims, I know they're half people.
Video right now.
If you're going to video the entire crowd, Hindus are half people.
Maybe you should stop smoking during the month of Ramadan. You're a Muslim, yeah? Yeah.
I'm a Muslim and I'm proud of being a Muslim.
Alright, good.
But you have you have to accept mad people, mate. Anyway, I'll let you do your job, mate.
Drinking?
That would be worse, right?
Yeah, obviously, but it doesn't mean it's an excuse to encourage that.
Saying anything about what's it about?
Excuse me. Sorry.
Want to get in there? Oh, is it me? Yeah?
No, I don't want to just.
Are you going to stay
so you don't trip over or anything.
Oh, no.
Yeah, I gave you the mic already. Yeah.
Well, like what I see guys, like that kind of like this one said, oh, I don't like this point, I want to move this point and this point and this point and this point. I said it was there or whatever, and then you just dispute that. But as I was saying, it's not a problem. You said that, yeah, I've been like, just come this way. It wouldn't affect. At least I would say. I mean, all of us here have insulted people, all of us here have said very offensive things. Maybe it's part of the incitement of violence is a different point. Like, you're actually causing a problem. When you say hate, you have to define what hate is. Because I could say, well, man, you said that to me. That's right. What is hate? How is it a statement rather than just like
I'm looking for the video right now.
I'm a nice person and I like Muslim people. I do. And I met some lovely Muslim people. I met him and Muhammad. He's a lovely guy. I don't hate Muslims. It's not about that. Okay? I would defend you if I saw you being attacked.
But do you hate Islam? Do you hate Islam? If you say you hate Islam, you hate Muslims.
I don't hate Islam.
That's a sly way of saying that.
Some people do.
That's been slight.
And then thousands.
Oh, I hate Islam. I love Muslims, but I hate Islam. Yeah, makes sense.
Speech, absolutely. You should be able to say what you like.
Not hate speech.
No, it's love speech. It's love speech.
There's some very commendable things about Islam.
Don't stand up and say something against you. You might not be offended, but you can see where the it's a duty on you. You've got to stop with that hate speech, but otherwise it's going to be a problem.
True Muslim people, they don't go around bashing people.
Like it is because
Do they? They don't go and punch people at random, you know. They don't do something. That's very commendable.
My question is,
calm, man. I just need that.
did you go to Tommy Robinson marches?
I went, it's a friend of mine, I'm from Australia, right? I've only been here a week, but a friend of mine said, come down to the march. I don't know much about Tommy Robinson, really. But he said it was about free speech. He said this guy is in jail for a year just for speaking his mind. So I went with some English friends who I'm staying with here. They took me down there.
Right.
I don't know much about it.
If what I'm saying is true, if what I'm saying is true, that people are chanting clearly anti-Muslim slogans, something really unacceptable. Something unacceptable. If I was to show you that, would you then join the campaign against this group?
That's a good question. I don't know how I'm going to be in the country.
No, wherever you are, in Australia. Would you tell people that?
Well, I was too short to get too upset.
It's happening in Australia. It's happening in your country. That women was enhancing.
You know, my son said, go and see the well before you come back.
So good discussion.
Very nice talking to you.
Thank you. Let's leave the move talk this way. Excuse me, guys.
Are you living in Brisbane? Okay. So that lady in Australia, what's her name? Hanson. Yeah, Pauline Hanson.
She was a racist.
So would you? Yes, unfortunately.
But my mate's totally
Oh, you're the O.S.C.C, yeah? You're the O.S.C.C.
Let me go.
Do you think he's foolish enough to say I'm racist? Do you think? No, he doesn't like the people of color. Because I can show you again the video. Recently, not very long ago.
I'm all right now.
He said the mayor of London is not British. He's not British because. And he said, where are all the good English people gone from London? These are the words of Tommy Robinson. This clearly shows he's a racist. Those people who argue that he's not racist. That's why I insist. That's why I insist racism has been translated into Islamophobia. In our age, racist people do not have any way to get their grievances out. They have chosen Muslims as the target. Because Muslims have somehow become an easy target because they know the governments will not protect Muslims. Western governments, unfortunately, are not protecting Muslims. No, the law is there. Of course, the law is there, and we're thankful for that. But the way we are being demonized and dehumanized, yesterday what happened in Trafalgar Square was absolutely historic. It was absolutely historic. Yes, historic in the sense that I could not imagine that happening in Britain, where thousands of people would be chanting, who the F is Allah, who the F is Allah, who the F is Allah. Thousands of people. Okay. No, but no.
I wasn't expecting all this.
Try to understand. My point is, I could not imagine that happening in Britain anytime soon. And the fact that this is happening is because of two reasons. Number one, the government is tacitly supporting right-wing racist groups. I don't know why the government is doing it. What is the incentive? Who is pushing the government to pursue this policy? Number two, people like Tommy Robinson have been given an open platform around Europe to go and spread the hate against Muslims. That's why Germany, Austria, Italy, Poland, and Czech Republic, Slovakia. In Czech Republic, the Prime Minister made a statement that we do not want any Muslim immigrants from Syria. We have reached a level where some of the European leaders are speaking like Nazis, as if the racist spirit has somehow come back into European minds, unfortunately. It seems that some Europeans, not all, are susceptible to racism. Racism, xenophobia, or call it whatever you like. It's a disease. It's a disease, and I'll put it in simple terms: dislikeness of others.
If I didn't like something, if I didn't like Jehovah's or Mormons, if I didn't like their religion, would that make me a racist?
No. No, but if you actually went out and started saying Scientology is bullshit, Scientology is rubbish, it should be banned from our universities, then you would be a fool. Not a racist, because Scientology is not a race, but you would be a fool, and you would be someone ignorant, simply, and you need to be ignored. But in the form of when people speak against other humans, dehumanizing them and causing some people to attack them, they should not be allowed to roam free.
The Quran, maybe.
No problem with that.
If they critique the Quran.
Criticize the Quran. No problem with that. Criticize the Quran and say, I think Quran is wrong. No problem with that. No. No. But the moment you say that the Quran is, for example, is a pile of shit, God forbid, something like that, now you are stepping into a territory where you are actually causing people to hate the Quran, by extension the Muslims. Because Muslims hold the Quran dear to their hearts. They believe it's the word of God. So those people, the only difference is an insult. They are both criticizing. One is actually criticizing, the other one is insulting. Both are criticisms, don't get me wrong, right? Criticism is perfectly allowed. I think, in fact, criticism is healthy. It should be facilitated. There should be platforms provided to people to debate. I am a debater. I've debated internationally, Christian scholars, atheist scholars. Yes, I debate internationally. And I promote that spirit of debate, criticizing faiths, so that people can see and decide.
That's how you do it. It's how you, like if you say, if the Quran on a document and you throw it away.
Or you burn it, like some pastor was doing in America. He was burning the Quran. I think that...
You're saying that incites people to motion against the Quran.
That's right. Those other simple-minded people, simpletons, who are not very complicated or who are not very educated, what do? They do calculations. The Quran is being burnt. It is a pile of rubbish, God forbid, and the extension of that particular event is that we should hate all those who follow the Quran. And some people, their hatred will translate into violence. They will go and commit acts of violence against Muslims. Like, what do you think the American soldiers were thinking when they were killing children in Iraq, in Afghanistan? How can you become so insane that you are pulling triggers on children and playing games with them and taking selfies. Selfies were not in fashion at that time. Taking pictures of dead bodies. Listen, as the saying goes, before you kill a dog, you have to give him a bad name. You understand? The media, yeah. No, so Muslims are being humanized today in the West, and it is directly funded by governments. The governments are in it because governments are not stopping it. The governments are not stopping it.
Some Muslims are in it as well. They're inside, aren't they? Some.
Who do you mean, Sajid Javid?
I don't know. Is he a Muslim? Is he young?
He says he's not a Muslim. He himself said, I'm not a Muslim. I don't believe in my faith. I was born a Muslim. I don't believe. So the point is, most English people.
One bomb on, say, on never forget that. It would be in history forever. It's still been used all over the world. You don't wrong. And yet they were probably thousands of
so it is unfortunate.